morning, my dear children. Welcome back to the class. Dear children, today let us continue the remaining part of the lesson, The Great Water Ever Cherished. So, in the last class, we have discussed about a young soldier, Hanif Uddin, who was died in the war Kargil. So, in his young age, when he was only 25 years old, he was died in the war Kargil. Okay, so he sacrificed his life for the sake of our country. Okay, so we have discussed about the person. Okay, and we have discussed about the hardship that Hanif Uddin faced in his young age, in the beginning age. His life, it was not smooth side. Means he faced many hardship in his young age. Okay, so what were the hardship Hanif Uddin faced in his young age? Yes, we have discussed in the last class. So he lost his father when he was only 8 years old. Okay, so that his mother Hema Aziz, she had to look after her family, so that she went to work. She was an vocal artist. Okay, so she left all her three children. She went to her work. She traveled from one place to another. She had a touring job. Okay, so that she left her three children. Okay, so the absence of their mother, okay, they taught the three children, okay, many things. The absence of Hanif Uddin's mother, which taught them many things. Okay, so Hanif Uddin, he learned many things with the absence of his mother. Okay, so the absence of his mother, which taught them that they become very responsible. They are getting ready. They were getting up and they were getting ready to school. Okay, so his mother, she did not talk with her children. She did not tell anything to her children. They become very responsible. Okay, so her duty without excuses, which taught them one thing, one message. One's duty is important. One's duty is the most important thing in life. So that her children, they had become very responsible and they had to work. They had to work of their own. Okay, ಅವರೇ ಸ್ವಂತವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. Okay, the absence of his mother, the absence of Hanif Uddin's mother, which taught them one message, which taught them one thing, that is, one's duty is most important thing in life. Okay, so that is what we have discussed in the last class. Okay, so let us continue the lesson. Okay, open your textbook, page number 190. Shall we start? Okay. See, paragraph number 4. While Hanif's elder mother, Nafis Uddin, went on to become a teacher and was at the J.D. Tyler School, New Delhi, at the time of tragedy, his younger brother took to composing music on his Casio. Hanif would often team up with him on the drums. See, while Hanif's elder brother means bigger brother. Okay, so Hanif's elder brother, who was his elder brother? Nafis Uddin. Okay, so he went on to become a teacher. Okay, he was a teacher and he was worked at the J.D. Tyler School, which was there in New Delhi. Okay, Hanif Uddin's elder brother, Nafis Uddin, he was a teacher and he was working in J.D. Tyler School at New Delhi. Okay, at the time of the tragedy, when Hanif Uddin's died, when Anifuddin died in the Kargil war, when he was only 25-year-old, so at that time his younger brother, he was working in the J.D. Taylor School at New Delhi. Okay, his younger brother. What was his younger brother? See, younger means Chikko. See, here we have observed the two opposites, elder and younger. Okay, younger brother took to composing music on his Casio. So, what was his younger brother? His younger brother he was a musician. Okay, musician. So, we have already known in the first part of the lesson. So, all his family members, they belongs to music. They were musicians. They were belongs to musical group. Okay, so here Anifuddin's younger brother, he was a musician. And he was composing music on his Casio. Casio means, so it is a musical instrument. Okay, so his younger brother, he was playing Casio. Okay, Anifuddin would often team up with him on the drums. Anifuddin always, often means always, frequently. Okay, he often team up with him on the drums. He had an interest in the music. He had a little bit interest in the music. Okay, so he always wanted to play drums. Okay, Anifuddin also had an interest in music. He always wants to play drums. Okay, and he often team up with him. He means here he refers to his younger brother. Okay, Anifuddin always team up. Means he plays with him. Okay, by playing drums. Often means always. So what is the opposite of often? See, antonyms. Antonyms. Okay, see, opposite for often. Often means always. So often, what is the opposite of often? Rarely. Okay. Often, rarely. Okay. So Anifuddin always, along with his younger brother, he was playing drums. Okay. An introvert, Anif began to make friends only by the time he was 14 years of age. He would often go out of his way to help people because that gave him a certain kind of joy. In fact, this was the quality his seniors recounted when they came to meet me after his death. Explains his mother. So Anif was an introvert. Okay, introvert means, so it is given in your glossary. See, a person who is interested in his own thoughts. Introvert means a person who is interested in his own thoughts. Antarmukhi. Okay, ತನ್ನ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ತುಂಬಾ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದಿರೋರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು introvert. So here one question, it will be arises in this paragraph. You have to observe, because this question it will be asked in your exam. This is one of the important question. Many times it has in examination, so that you have to observe carefully. Okay, an introvert means Anil was an introvert, okay, who always interested in his thoughts. So how can we say that he was introvert? Okay, see, Anil began to make friends only by the time he was 14 years of age. So up to 14 years he did not make any friends. So after 14 years, at the time of his 14 years, he began to make friends. Okay, 14 years ಅವನು 14 ವರ್ಷ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ. ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಯಾವ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, Anif began. Okay, here you can see the three forms. Begin, began, begun. These are the verb forms. Okay, he began to make friends only by the time he was 14 years of age. He would often go out of his way to help people because that gave him a certain kind of joy. So So he was an introvert. How can we say that? See, Hanif was a kind man. He always wants to help the people who are in difficult situation. Okay? He always wants. Okay? Hanifuddin wanted to help the poor people. Okay? So that gave him a certain kind of joy. Joy means happy. Okay? So it gave him, if when he gave helping hand to the poor, it gave him a certain kind of joy. Okay? ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಂತೋಷ ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೋ, ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿರೋರಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಅವನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. Okay? So this shows that Hanif was an introvert. Okay? In fact, this was the quality his seniors recounted when they came to meet me after his death, explains his mother. So this type of quality, this type of Hanif's quality, it was recounted by his seniors. So when they told this when they visit to his house, okay, after his death. Have you understand? Got it? See, after his death, many of his seniors, they visited his house and they told many things about Hanif to his mother. Okay, so among them, seniors told to his mother that Hanif was an introvert. So he was always he was a person who helps the people who are in difficult situations. So that gave him a certain kind of joy. Who told this? His seniors, to whom they told to his mother after his death when they visited to his house. Got it? Okay. So this shows all his Hanif's qualities shows that he was an introvert. Okay. So you have to understand, you have to observe that here one question it will be asked, it will be arises. Okay, it will be asked in your examination. Okay, 2 mark question. And he was able to reach out to all. Hema mentions that a 77-year-old gentleman who paid a condolence visit to Hanifuddin's house recalled how Hanif had approached him with some queries related to Sufism. See, he was able to reach out all. He was able to reach everyone, irrespective of caste, age. Okay, he was able to reach out every person. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದ, irrespective of caste, age, many things. ಜಾತಿ ಭೇದ ಇದೆ, ವಯಸ್ಸಿನ ಮಿತಿ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಹೊಂದಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ Hema mentions one thing. Hema, who was Hema here? Hanifuddin's mother. She mentions that a 77-year-old gentleman who paid condolence visit to Hanifuddin's house. She says that, so once one of old man, so who was 77-year-old, one of 77-year-old gentleman who visited his house after his death, who paid a condolence visit. Condolence means, what do you mean by condolence? Condolence means an expression of sympathy, an expression of sympathy. Yeah, an expression of sympathy means after his death, he paid condolence visit to his ಸಂತಾಪ ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನ ನೀಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಕರುಣೆಯನ್ನ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರ ಮನೆಗೆ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 77-year-old gentleman. So, who recalled how Hanif had approached him with some queries related this gentleman related to Sufism. Sufism means, so here it is given in your glossary. See, a religious philosophy that advocates attainment of Godhood through prayer, meditation, simple or strict way of living. It is a religious group. Sufism means it is a religious group. Okay. So Anifuddin asked some questions related to Sufism. Okay. So this shows he was able to reach out all. Okay. Anif was a student of Kerala school in New Delhi. So he was studied in Kerala school in New Delhi and had applied to army when he was graduating from Shivaji College, New Delhi. So he studied in New Delhi and he applied to army when he got graduation from Shivaji College. It is also there in New Delhi. Okay. Yet Anif did not know much about the army, though he got graduation from Shivaji College, and though he had made up his mind. Okay, he made up his mind to join army. Okay, in his early age, he made up. It means he decided to choose join. Okay, so after getting graduation, so he did not know about army. Okay, he did not know much more about army. Army means ಸೈನ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಆರ್ಮಿಯನ್ನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ, ಸೈನ್ಯವನ್ನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ. The only exposure my sons had was through me, as I had often gone to the forward areas on performances for the armed forces entertainment wing. The only exposure means experience or knowledge. Exposure means experience or knowledge. The only experience. Okay, the only experience my sons had. Who said these words here? Hema Aziz said that. He says about her sons. The only experience that my sons had through me. ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, as I had often gone to the forward areas on performance for the armed forces entertainment. Means my sons had the knowledge of army through me. When I went to the forward areas to the performance for the armed forces entertainment. See here, because ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿನ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಆರ್ಮಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆ. However, 6 months into the Indian military academic training, the gentle Anif was a changed man. However, here before Anif, he did not know much more about army. So after choosing the army, when he applied to the army, after 6 months taking the training of army, see 6 months into the Indian military academy training, the gentle Anif was a changed man. Gentle means very smooth Anif. After taking 6 months training, okay, he became a changed man. The gentle Anif, he became a changed person. Okay. During those days, he used to write to me about how tough the training was. See, during those. So while he was taking the training in Indian Military Academy, IMA, while he was taking the training in IMA, so he used to write. See here, used to mean is a phrasal verb. Okay, he used to write letters to his mother. Okay. So, on those letters, he talks about how tough the training was. He used to write how tough the training was. Okay. Tough means ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಅನಿಫುದ್ದೀನ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ me that they had to take Mussoorie bath at midnight. So here when Hema Aziz, she mentions one thing. I particularly remember him telling me that once he wrote in a letter that how they had to take Mussoorie bath at. So once he wrote in his letter that is Mussoorie bath at midnight. So ಆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮುಸ್ಸೂರಿ ಬಾತ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ನಾನ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಡ್ ನೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ರೆಡ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಓಕೆ, ಮುಸ್ಸೂರಿ ಬಾತ್ ಅಟ್ ಮಿಡ್ ನೈಟ್. I suppose it was some kind of cold bath at midnight. And also she said that it was I suppose it was a cold water bath at midnight. So all the soldiers who were taking this training, they had to bath at midnight. They had to take cold water bath at midnight. Okay, so this was popularly known as Mussoorie. So how tough it was. Okay, remembers Hema. ಅದನ್ನ remember ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು? Hema. Post training, Hanif joined the 11 Rajputana Rifles and was posted at Jaipur and then at Siachen just prior to the Kargil War of 1999. See, after taking the training, he had taken post training and Hanif joined the 11 Rajputana Rifles. See, it is a 11 Rajputana Rifles, it is the rifle regiment. Okay, he had taken the training of rifle regiment. Regiment means Dada. Okay, he joined the rebel 11 Rajputana Rifles and was posted at Jaipur. After he posted to Jaipur and then Siachen. After he posted to Siachen just prior to Kargil War of 1990. When he posted to Siachen, he had to face the Kargil War. When it was happened in 1999. So the Kargil War was a war between India and Pakistan. So in this war, Hanifuddin died. Okay, see. Yet life for Hanif was always ekdam bindas. He dabbled in art, sketched very well, made beautiful cards out of waste material, read a great deal and loved playing the drums, which is why the officers and Raj Rifles and the army terms the 11 Rajputana Rifles made him get all his instruments from Delhi and form the music group now called. See here in this paragraph we can observe the hobbies of Hanif. See, yet life for Hanif, the life for Hanif, it was always ekdam bindas. Hanif, he always used to lead a joyful life. Okay, life for him, it was ekdam bindas. So here also one question arises, and it will be asked in your exam. Please note on this. Okay, life for Hanif, it was ekdam bindas. How can you say that? Many times it has been asked. Okay, you have to observe here. You have to listen carefully. See, he dabbled in art, sketched very well, made beautiful out of waste material, read a great deal and loved playing the drums. See, he dabbled in art. So he was not only interested in army but also interested in art. Means here dabbled. Dabbled means it is given in your glossary to try to draw, though not seriously. Okay, it means in leisure time he used to draw pictures. Okay, and he used to draw pictures in a free time. Okay, he dabbled in art, sketched very well. He sketched pictures very well in very good manner. Many beautiful cards out of waste material. So he made many beautiful cards with using waste material. He made many beautiful chords. Read a great deal and loved playing the drums. When his leisure time, when his free time, he used to read great deal of books and loved to play drums. Okay, so this shows life for Hanif was ekdam bindas. Means not only he was interested in army but also interested in many fields. Okay, in his free time he used his time to draw pictures, to make beautiful cards with waste materials, or reading books and playing drums. Okay, which is why the officers at Raj Rifles, as the army terms the 11 Rajputana rifles, made him get all his instruments from Delhi and formed the music group now called Hanif. So this is what? Because of his interest, the members, okay, the officers at 11 Rajputana rifles, they made him, okay, they helped him to get all his instruments from New Delhi and to form the musical group in 11th Rajputana rifles. Now it is called as Hanif. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂಥ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಆ 11 ರಜಪೂತನ ರೈಫಲ್ಸ್ ಆ ದಳ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ದಳದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಆ ನ್ಯೂ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಯಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ he formed a musical group. Okay, so where he got entertainment. Okay, so now it has been called as Hanif. That musical group, now it has been named as Hanif. Okay, while there was not enough time to rise up the ranks as he had dreamed, another of Hanif's wishes did come true when the subsector was named after him. As a young officer, Hanif had once told his mother how a post, the Nana Singh post, had been named after a brave soldier. It means, so here Hanif had two dreams. Okay, one of dream was he wanted to rise up a rank in the army. Okay, and another wish was after his death, one of the sector, military sector, it should be named as his name. Okay, so these are the two dreams that Hanif had. So here, while there was not enough, because he was died only at his 25-year-old, the first dream was not fulfilled. The first dream of Hanif was he wanted to rise up in the ranks in the army. So he had not enough time, so that he had not enough time to rise up the ranks, and he had dreamed because he died very early. Okay, so that another of Hanif's wishes did come true. ಅವನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಮಯ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಡ್ರೀಮ್, ಆ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಕನಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಎತ್ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳೆಯಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕನಸಿತ್ತು ಆರ್ಮಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೈನ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ಕಾಲಾವಕಾಶ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಮಯ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಕನಸು ಸತ್ತೋಯ್ತು, ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ another of Hanif's wish, it did come true. It come true. Another second wish of Hanif, it come true. When the subsector was named after him, when the subsector means the third sector, it has named after his death the subsector Hanif. So it was his dream. So it come true. Okay, ಅದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕನಸಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಏನು, ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಆರ್ಮಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನನ್ನ ಸಾವಿನ ನಂತರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇವನೊಂದು ಕನಸಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅದು ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತು. ಯಾವುದು, ಸಬ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ Hanif. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅದೇನಾಗಿದೆ, ಸಬ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ Hanif ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಸ್ ಎ ಯಂಗ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್, ಓಕೆ, Hanif had once told his mother how a post, the Nana Singh post, had been named after a brave soldier. So once, being a young officer, once he told to his mother how the Nana Singh post, it has been named after the death of the soldier Nana Singh. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ತಾಯಿ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಏನು ನಾನಾ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಆರ್ಮಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ ನಾನಾ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ once he discussed with his mother, so that he dreamed like that. Okay, avanu ade reeti kanasanna kanda. Okay, so his bravery does live on in the air of the cold mountains and on the plains. So his bravery, it was live, it does live in the air of the cold mountains. See, in the air, it means his bravery was felt by one and all. Okay, it was felt by one and all of the cold mountains and on the plains. It was there, it was still there on the cold mountains and in the plains. So everyone can feel his bravery. A scholarship now exists in his name. After his death, the Nanasik Tartar sector, it has been named as subsector of Hanif. Okay, after his death, for the memory of his bravery, and one of scholarship exists in his name. The scholarship on scholarship anna kodlagta ide, and his family was started a school in Kulu under the Hanif Foundation. Kulu, it is a place. Okay, Kulu, it is a place. It was there in Himalayan ranges. Okay, so in Kulu, his family, it was started a school under the Hanif Foundation. Okay, so these are the names. These things, they were in the memory of his bravery. Okay, despite the pain and loss, Hanif had earned his family glory that will see them through the years. Despite the pain and loss. Pain means dukkha, and loss. Ishtella adu idrella ಹೊರತಾಗಿ Hanif has earned his family his glory. Glory means Vaibhav. Hanif earned glory for his family. ತನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಗೌರವವನ್ನ, ವೈಭವವನ್ನ ಅವನು ಗಳಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಯಾರು? ಹನೀಫ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಇಯರ್ಸ್. ಅನೇಕ ವರ್ಷಗಳವರೆಗೂ ಇದು ಇರೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಸ್ ಗ್ಲೋರಿ ವಿತ್ ಮೆನಿ ಇಯರ್ಸ್. It is this pride that has made Hema Aziz politely decline the Indian Army's compensation offer of a petrol pump. See here, Hanifuddin, he gained many money to his family. ತುಂಬಾ ಹಣವನ್ನ ಅವನು ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ತನ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? So it is this pride. Pride means ಗೌರವ. ಏನು? That made Hema Aziz politely decline the Indian Army's compensation offer of a petrol pump. So after his death, so Indian government, it gave compensation to his family that a petrol pump, it offered a petrol pump. Okay, petrol pump anna avlige offer means give. Indian government, it offered to his mother after his death. It offered to offer to her a petrol pump for compensation, but Indian Army gave compensation. Is gone, they need it more, says this mother of a bondage. See, there are some families, many families are there, their sole bread earner is gone. Okay, she says that she rejected the compensation of Indian Army, and she says that many families are there, their sole bread earner is gone. Sole bread earner means ಒಂದು ಹೊತ್ತಿನ ಊಟಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ದುಡಿಯುವಂತಹ ಆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸು ಸಹ ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂಥ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಆಫರ್ನ ಕೊಡಿ. ಅಂಥ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್, ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಯಾರು? ಹೇಮಾ ಅಜೀಜ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಮದರ್ ಸೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮದರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಮಾರ್ಟೈರ್. ಮಾರ್ಟೈರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹುತಾತ್ಮ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ this is what about this lesson. So far we have discussed about the bravery of Hanifuddin. Okay, and he was died, but he is alive, still continued in the hearts of patriots. Patriots means ದೇಶ ಪ್ರೇಮಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಒಂದು bravery achievement ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay students, I hope you have understood about this lesson. for today's homework is you have to write the questions given in your textbooks. 1 to 6 questions you have to write. This is the today's homework. Okay. Okay, students. Thank you. We will meet you in the next class.